Carson's Corner is a black LGBTQ-owned small business. They sell merchandise and apparel on pop culture franchises such as Dragon Ball, King of the Hill, Sailor Moon, and of course and most importantly, Power Rangers. If you're interested in getting their amazing merch, be sure to check them out at carsoncorner.com. Link will be down below.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Rider Time podcast here on the Morphin Network. This is TimeRider Zero, your host, and we are here to discuss the one, the only Kamen Rider Gotchard episode 11. A spy? Rider disqualified? No, seriously, that is one heck of a title. I want to say it one more time. Much like in the previous episode, I'm not a fan of really long episode titles. But yes, the joke is, catch refers to the spider amalgam and spy because there's a spy. And I think they could have just combined that. Spy, D-E-R. If anything's anything, happy Thanksgiving, everyone. This is the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. Oh, well, in the United States, at least. I know Canada has its own Thanksgiving. That's usually on a Monday. In any case, I want to say on behalf of the Morphin Network, thank you, everyone, one and all, for supporting us. Thank you for watching our show, whether it's right now while we're live or just on regular old Facebook or YouTube after the fact. You guys are a blessing to us, and we are very grateful for everything you guys do to keep our channel running. And we hope that you have a fantastic Thanksgiving as well, hugging your loved ones, having some delicious food tomorrow, hopefully not getting trampled on Friday from holiday shopping and whatnot. But, yep, here we are. In the meantime, this Wednesday, we're talking about Kamen Rider. I wish more people would come here, but, they got their own holiday plans, visiting families, and I'm just down here holding the fort. It's all good, though, because I have you guys here to keep me company, more or less. So, shall we begin? Okay. What did you guys think about this episode? Did you like it? Did you hate it? What do you think is going to happen in the next episode? Because we know there's going to be a new writer showing up. Finally, a new writer showing up. Like, is it the second writer? Is it the villain writer? Is it a dark writer? What's going on? Is there going to be a tie-in to the winter film? Like we're going to finish up our first arc very soon, hopefully. Because usually the first arc of any season's usually like right there, Christmas time, that sort of thing. I think this episode was all right. It wasn't terrible. Not much happened though. More could have happened. But this is clearly another two-part episode, which as I've mentioned before on Ultraman. I generally prefer two-part episodes because it lets you tell a nice, more balanced story if the pacing's good. The one downside is that sometimes the part one's not really as fun. So, but yeah, no, we got some people in the comments. So let me know what you guys thought going in. So last episode, we find out that there was a UFO Kemi, UFO X, a level 10 Kemi. Oh my God, a level 10 Kemi was found in Kyoto, and Clotho just got her hands on it. And now they're doing an experiment to awaken this mysterious belt we saw in a previous episode. But it manages to escape because it has warping powers. That is so freaking cool. I can't believe it has warping powers. That is freaking badass. Meanwhile, our heroes are just on a Kemi hunt like they're playing Pokemon Go. They even got the Stag Beetle Kemi. And oh my... Hold on a second. Isn't that the Stag phone from Kamen Rider W? I'm pretty sure that's the Stag phone from Kamen Rider W. If ripping off other seasons of Kamen Rider wasn't so blatant, here's a good example. Now, don't get me wrong. Lupin Ranger did something similar to that, where they had the Lupin treasures to have homages to past Sentai, and they would have what's it called? And they oh yeah, and they would have like French translations to like Beatles songs. Well, I don't know if they're Beatles songs. I think they're just music songs, but they're like music references because I remember there was like long, long, and long, like the song, like the Beatles song, long, long, long. And there was one particular episode of Lupin Ranger where they just blatantly had 5 phone morphers just repainted. Like they had the what's it called, the Shudo phone. They had the Gowanger phone. They had the Gao phone, the Maji Ranger phone. Like, and I can't remember what the fifth one was, but the thing is, they had 5 phone morphers repainted to be Lupin treasures. So while on one hand it's not surprising that they just simply repainted the stag phone from Kamen Rider Double, it's I'm just like laughing in agony about, like, because like I've been ripping on the season for so long about ripping off stuff from previous seasons, Kamen and Super Sentai and Spider-Man and Doctor Who and many other shows. Oh my god, this one is probably the most blatant one. I'd be less offended if there was like more originality to it, if anything. But no, they managed to collect 9 chemis in 2 weeks, which is great because if you really think about it, if you multiply that by 11, that's 22 weeks, which means we could get all 100 chemis in just half a year. Like realistically, half a year, and that would kind of make sense because usually by episode 30 to 40, like somewhere in that ballpark, the main writer gets his final form, and it's kind of obvious that Gotchard's final form will be based on either obtaining the 101st chemi or collecting all 101 chemis. It's not 100% clear which one of those two things it's going to be, but it's kind of obvious it's going to be one of those two things. But because we have to utilize all 101 cards, we have to pump and dump all the different combinations in some arbitrary way, in a way that honestly makes it feel diluted. Case in point, in the previous episode, I mentioned how there was that powered up form that combined Gold Dasher and Mechanic Claw. That form felt cheapened. It was like, it's a big bulky form, and yet we don't really like get to use it in a way that makes it feel special. Meanwhile, Hikaro's, which is like a generic form, like it had a better build up and it was better utilized in the previous episode. I went wild about it in the previous episode. Um, but but that just kind of bleeds into this episode because we do have 9 new cards, which means that time to show off some new wild forms because we're not going to make new suits for those. And so we got what looks like okay, is that Commentus? So we got a Mantis TV. That's kind of weird if that's actually Commentus because I thought Commentus was supposed to pair up with Odoripa. Give me a second while I look up this form because I am confused. Like, what is that form? Let's see. Hold on. One quick second. Yeah, I mean, I kind of like this form, but it's barely utilized. Let's see. Oh, Stag Mirror. Wait, no, not Stag Mirror. It's uh, Baku on Televi. Bakuon. What is Bakuon? Hold on. Let's see. Doctor. Oh yeah, hold on. There's another form that I didn't get a screenshot for. But I. Okay, Bakuo Zemi. What is Bakuo Zemi? Uh, yeah. Oh, it's a cicada. That's exactly what I thought it was. It's a cicada. I just want to make sure that it was one. Yeah. So he gets to use 4 new wild forms, and let me know in the comments which one do you think is your favorite. So there was uh Bakuon Kemi. There's Stag Mirror. There's the Scorpion thing. What was it called? Baku Park. Great Sasori. Great Sasori. Great Sasori. So now I have to look up the word great. Oh, Great Tombo. So yeah, so this is the weirdest one for me because they're combining an insect with an arachnid. So you got a dragonfly scorpion. And that's kind of weird because I know that Sasori is categorized as an animal chemi, while all the insect chemis are categorized as insects, and I'm still grateful that all the insect chemis are actual insects. But it just feels cheap that like, oh, we're pairing up an insect with an arachnid. Like at this point, why not? Why not combine Tombo with Camantis? Imagine a dragonfly with praying mantis claws, and I'm not just saying that because I'm shipping Himeno with Gust. I'm saying that because I actually made my own custom transformer once that was a fuser of those two animals. It looked cool. Oh yeah, so there's like a heavy doctor one, and of course, oh my god, that's a parka ghost. I made so many jokes about comparing this season to Kamen Rider Ghost, and here we actually have a parka bunny ghost. That is, I'm at a loss for words on this one. I'm genuinely at a loss for words because it's like I made jokes about this, about like, oh, Ghost is the worst season. Revice, also a not so great season. Gotchard, I hope it's not as bad as Ghost. And then we got this. We got this. You cannot deny the blatancy of this one. You cannot deny the blatancy of this one. And okay, we do catch the monster. We do catch the monster, which is good. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. We got it. We got it. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. It's level 2, so let's pair it off with a level 8, shall we? We don't know what that level 8 is going to be quite yet, but at least we know it's a level 2. Catchider. Catula. Yeah, it's a tarantula, so Catula. Oh yeah, and completely irrelevant. They did mention the Minato and Spanner did mention that investigators going to show up because there might be a spy working for the sisters, but we don't get to that till later. Now we do mention that there was a sighting of a level 10 Kemi in Kyoto of all places. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? Oh my god! If only we didn't leave Kyoto when we did, we could have probably caught it. Funny enough, when it does show up, we do get a quick shot of Kajiki saying, "Hey, look, it's a UFO." Why do I feel like I'm forgetting something? I feel like at some point Kajiki is going to get brain damage. Let me know what you guys think. But yeah, no, the investigators later show up. Oh, and by the way, Sabimaru really wants this Kemi because this is the Kemi that is his gotcha, as Hotaru would put it. So, are we gonna get some Sabimaru focus? Is Sabimaru finally gonna get some focus? Is Sabimaru gonna graduate above the Teriyaki grade of being a side character? I still feel bad for Teriyaki. Like, I actually, it's kind of funny. I never thought I'd be this engaged in Ultraman, or worse, I never thought I'd be more engaged with Ultraman than I would be with Kamen Rider, and yet here I am, being so bored with Gotchard, I'm making Ultraman references here. And not just references, I am feeling empathy for one of its lesser characters. I feel so bad for Teraraki. And I feel bad for Sabimaru. But let's see which one of these two characters gets to graduate to supporting character status. Because neither of them really got a true focus episode. They got a little bit of a highlight in a previous episode, but it wasn't focused on them though. So here's hoping Teraraki and Sabimaru will get some focus finally for the first time. Well, in this case, Sabimaru. I want at least one of these two guys to win, or both of them. But meanwhile, at school, Rene is confronted by Atropos, and we do hear something interesting. Atropos says, "We had a deal." Excuse me? Excuse me? What was that? Yeah, we would only focus our attacks on alchemy users, and yet here you are breaking our terms. Excuse me? Breaking our what? When was this? When was this? Who was she to you? What's going on? I swear, if there's gonna be some time jacker nonsense with the whole Tsuri, what's her name? Tsukuyomi is Schwartz's sister nonsense, I'm gonna get really livid. Not that it's not an interesting plot twist, it's just why are we beating around the bush with it? That's the better question. Like even Legends of Tomorrow did the whole, we need a fourth sister to the squad. So like you had Atropos, Lachesis, and Clotho, but then they wanted to like recruit Starla to join them as her fourth sister in season 5 of Legends of Tomorrow. Yeah, season 5 because season 6 is the one where what's her name becomes an alien robot thing. Man, it's been a while. It's been a while since I've watched Legends of Tomorrow, man. That show got canceled on a cliffhanger. It ended so abruptly. And honestly, I've lost my passion for Arrowverse at that point. And the Flash just ruined it further. I mean, like that fight against what's his name, Despero, was just so bad. But let's try to keep up. Okay. So one thing. So we do find out so we find out about these Inquisitors. And while they said they're supposed to be tracking a spy, they focus more on why is Hotaro a Kamen Rider? Like he's using stolen artifacts from a trader, and he uses chemis inefficiently. They're supposed to be tools, not friends. Why are you making friends with them? You've been very wasteful with the chemis. Therefore, you have to give us the belt back. And I'm thinking, yeah, this dude, like, we know that it's one of these two characters that is a spy, and it would be too obvious for this guy to be the spy. While he is out of pocket and out of line, it's clearly that girl. She's too nice. It's like the Pegasus Zodiac from Kamen Rider Forze. It's not the character you expect, and thankfully, Hurricane Blue was not the Zodiac. But she did kick some butt as a civilian, so that's cool. I love that she can do her own stunts. That's why she's one of those short list of Sentai waifu. Anyways, so this dude shows up again. Oh, and the human hands are kind of posed like this. I don't know if it's supposed to be like a chest clutch, hard clutch. I don't know. If we got a side view, maybe it'd be easier to discern. But yep, that's the pose it's going with. Oh yeah, and the spider's abdomen forms the head, which is kind of weird. I know we had Mr. Cheeks in Ultimate Muscle, but I bet you've never heard of someone named Bellyhead. You know what's really weird though? Fang from Teen Titans. You have a giant tarantula with a human body attached to its thoracis. It's like a human body from the neck down attached to the chest of a spider. And that is a character on Teen Titans. And that is weird. And what's even weirder is that he's dating a completely human girl whose dad is Great Moth. Not Great Moth. Killer Moth. That's Yu-Gi-Oh! This is Teen Titans. Killer Moth's daughter is a human who's dating a giant spider with a human neck attached to its abdomen. That is some weird nonsense, and that is what this reminds me of. Actually, yeah, that's exactly what this is, if you really think about it. It's just the human neck is attached to a different part of the spider. But other than that, it's exactly what it is. Oh yeah, UFO shows up and they're both trying to catch it, but it's uncatchable. Level 10s are untamable. They're type wilds. They're insert Digimon Tamer reference here. Digimodify Electric Jungle activate, and yeah, we get Electro Jungle form, which is another bulky form, just like the Mechana Dasher form. And I'm not seeing the jungle part as much as I'm seeing the electric part. It's like that Spider-Man Goes to Therapy video. It's like I'm seeing a lot of the spider and not so much of the man. I'm seeing a lot of the lightning, not so much of the jungle. I mean, yeah, those electrical cables can stretch out like gum rockets and whatnot, but I just feel like circuitry from Pokemon had a better electrical plant motif than this does. I mean, for all I know, this could very well be an electric rocket or an electric truck. I don't know. Those look more like exhaust ports than electrical cables. I mean, I don't hate this design. I just feel like it doesn't convey the motif as efficiently as it should. I feel like there could be some improvements in the design in order to convey the whole jungle aspect of it. But oh, look at that! He could summon a bunch of electrical pylons and go Electro Spider-Man 3 on Venom, sort of. And he recaptures the card only to find out who the killer is. And the killer is none other than the girl with the glasses that is clearly trying not to stand out so that we don't suspect that she's the villain. Though it's quite obvious she's the villain because they're trying so hard not to make us suspect her. And she has this weird jewelry that lets her do the whole zip ring thing from Doctor Strange. Oh my god, you're ripping off more Sam Raimi again? You're ripping off Sam Raimi again. Well, that's the end of the episode. Let me know what you guys thought of the episode. Did you like it? Did you hate it? What do you think is going to happen next? Because we know next episode, Kamen Rider Dread makes his appearance. As far as I'm concerned, I like the first half of the episode better because we're making progress. We're making progress. We got all these forms. We got a TV cicada. We got a dragonfly snake. Got a dragonfly scorpion. We got a mirror stag beetle. We got a snake thing. Hold on. Let me look one more. Let me look one more time at what the snake one came up. Doctor Heavy. Oh, so it's literally just Doctor and Heavy. Okay. Oh yeah, we got a Doctor Snake thing. Which, by the way, we should focus on the Doctor Snake thing a little bit more because Doctor Snake, Ophiuchus, symbol of medicine, alchemy. Why does Doctor Snake not have more focus? I feel like that made more sense out of all these forms. Doctor Snake is actually one of the coolest ideas because Ophiuchus, the snake bear constellation, it's freaking it's a freaking alchemy symbol. I mean, not to be confused with the flamel, which also uses a snake, but why are you not utilizing this? Like, if you have an opportunity to incorporate historical alchemy into a show about alchemy, why are you not doing that? Oh, we're just going to use cards and telekinesis. You have a tablet named Newton or Isaac. Well, it's named after Isaac Newton, who's an alchemist. I'm kind of disappointed that we have potential for this show, but we're not using it. Oh yeah, and also we got the bunny hoodie, which is basically a parka ghost from Kamen Rider Ghost. So I don't care about this one as much. But if we're gonna have the whole which one of us is a traitor thing, like, oh, among us, who's the imposter? Why are you going to reveal the imposter on the first half of the two-part episode? That doesn't make sense. For that, I give this episode an 8 out of 10. I'm sorry, but like, it had a few small good things going on for it, but it's squandered by the big things that are less good. It's like Amazon's season 2. That's how it feels. I'm a little disappointed. Let's hope that Dread's gonna mix things up a bit. This season as a whole so far has been very lackluster, and I have to muster the strength in order to finish reviewing it throughout the year. Let's hope season 6 of Reiwa Kamen Rider won't be this disappointing, or at least the second arc of this picks things up where this arc has failed so far. And also, I want more Sabimaru focus. Let me know what you guys thought in the comments. Okay. Inspector of the Alchemy Association have arrived, and one of them is not accepting it. Yeah, of course. Everyone is a suspect. Who's the spy? Well, is it Isaac yelling? I mean, technically, it's not Sabimaru yelling. It's Isaac. So technically, it's Isaac that will get in trouble. Let's be honest. Ready for round 2. Meet the second bulky form, Lightning Jungle. I really hope that Lightning Jungle gets more respect than Mechanic Dasher did, because Mechanic Dasher was done dirty. Let's hope Lightning Jungle doesn't. She's a spy, and her hand looks messed up. I guess what the side effect of when she did the Wizard Connect thing. Yeah, but also keep in mind the professor from Ultraman Blazer also had a messed up left hand. So we're ripping off Ultraman as well. God damn it. God damn it. Is there any lows that Gotchard won't stoop to? Okay, we finally got the title for the winter crossover film. It's called PsychoFox, Gotchard, Daikessen, and X Wizard is not full CGI. Actually, that gives me an idea. The Wizard card. I know there's a Wizard X Wizard card. I wonder if Kamen Rider Wizard's going to show up for that because I feel like that would make sense. But we'll see. Hellblade shows up for Gotchard and Geats. Yeah. I mean, yeah. And Ryuki, for that matter, because Ryuki also uses cards. But I'm less certain that Ryuki would show up because they did use a lot of Ryuki in Geats. I still say that Asakura should have become a recurring guest villain in the main TV show. Just to mix things up a little bit. I hope they announce Geats Kemi plushie as a movie gift. I hope they do too. It's adorable. Well, that's it for the comments, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. Please, if you enjoyed, please be sure to comment, like, and subscribe to us on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Ding the bell icon down here below to stay notified for our latest videos. We do Ultraman on Tuesdays, Gotchard on Wednesdays, King Oger on Thursdays, and Cosmic Fury on Saturdays. We always post a schedule up, but definitely make sure that you ding the bell icon to stay notified for every video as they come out. And your love and support gives us life and energy and allows us to produce more content. And we do have 4 shows. Well, we had 5 shows, but we're almost done with one of them because while we're not doing Cosmic Fury this Saturday, we are finishing Kamen Rider Amazons this Sunday by reviewing Kamen Rider Amazons the movie, The Last Judgment. So be sure to stick around for that. It's going to be at Sunday, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. That's the last video we're doing during Thanksgiving weekend. Be sure to check out the Buttery Show, where we do movie reviews and video game news. And if you want to find my personal content, you could find me on Instagram at Boken_Kabuto and on Twitch at twitch.tv/BokenKabuto. And with all that said, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Please be sure to stay safe, stay hydrated, update your emergency kits, hug your loved ones, express your infinite gratitude to everyone you care about because they care about you too. Don't overeat that turkey. Enjoy it, savor it. Save some leftovers. Make some turkey salad sandwiches with it afterwards. Definitely try not to get trampled on Black Friday because it is the 99th annual shopping games. May the prices be ever in your favor. Just do it online. It's easier. And we'll see you guys on Sunday. And until then, peace. Bye, guys. Happy Thanksgiving.